Okay, chat. New card reaction. New card reaction. Are we out? We are out. We are, in fact, out, unfortunately. Aikado acts like he's the best, but he's already out. Makes you think. Floppy's here. Yeah, I have Floppy, Kavira, and Precipic in call. Kever versus Easy to win. Yo, Kev is going to fucking win it. Where I was not able to, Kev will be able to. I have faith in Kever. Kever's just a better gamer. Better gamer. Okay, so
Poro cannon me.
uh,
Another one.
why are there so many? Yo, I met up with the Prime. 2 months. We trust in Kever. We trust in Kever. Prage. By the way, hey, everyone. I haven't had a chance to tell you, but we all have new emotes. Guys, if you are subscribed, check out the new emotes. The emotes are amazing, honestly. I kind of love them. Let me know which ones you guys like. Which one's your favorite? Let me know. And also, there is another emote. There is one emote that has not been seen yet. It has not been seen yet, and it'll be coming out in maybe like a week, okay? So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be fun. It's exciting. Anyway, chat. Let's go ahead and talk about new cards. New cards. So, first up, we did not go over Bard yet. We have looked at the Bard support cards. So maybe just real quick recap. I think Bird kind of broken. Bird's kind of like an insane card that's like Omen Hawk, but better. Because like it's a 2/1, and it, it just blocks really well. It's really good. Yzma's 2 mana 0/2 elusive. I'm someone playing a charm at the top of your deck. Support, grant your ally +1/+1. This card's fucking broken, especially if you're like high rolling Bird into Yzma's, and this is like a 1/3 elusive. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. I think that both of these cards are really strong. Mystic Vortex is like fine. It's fine. And Proximity Puff Cap might be okay. It's hard to say. I think it's going to be active most of the time. And if it's active most of the time, it's a pretty solid card. Like, dealing 3 damage is really important in this game. And there's a huge difference between dealing 2 and dealing 3. So I like Proximity Puff Cap. I think it's a solid card. If this Bard archetype is playable, it's a very solid card. Puff Cap is poo-poo. Again, if it's active all the time, it's really good. Because, like, think about Buster Shot, guys. Buster Shot is an incredibly good card. Buster Shot is an incredibly good card, and it's like part of the reason that Tree was so good for so long. So I think that having something like this in archetype is like really solid. It's like gonna be a really strong card. Okay, let's go ahead and just make our way up. Cosmic Binding, 5 mana fast speed Bandle spell. Deal 2 to an enemy and stun another. Plant 3 chimes on random cards in your deck. I think this card's really good, actually. I think this card's really good. Is this chat box on YouTube? Yeah, chat, you could say hi to YouTube. YouTube, say hi to chat. You know, get that back and forth. Oh my god, Kemi. Fucking banned. Fucking banned. Catch you later, homie. Jesus Christ. Catch you later, homie. Alright, Cosmic Binding. 5 mana, deal 2 and stun. I think it's honestly a pretty solid card. This is, I mean, it's very similar to the Targon card that's 5 mana stun 2. In a lot of situations, this is going to be doing a very similar thing, but actually removes a card, right? It removes a blocker, it removes an enemy. I think it's pretty solid. I don't know if you're like super excited to play it. I don't know if it's seeing a ton of play outside of archetype. But overall, I think this is like a super solid card. Meduli, the Gatekeeper, 6 mana 4/6. When I'm summoned, plant a chime on the top card of your deck, then double the boons in your deck. If you guys don't know, by the way, when you draw a chime, it randomly buffs an ally in your hand +1/+1. Plant a chime on the top card of your deck, then double the boons in your deck. So this is just giving you a ton of value, right? Like, it's a ton of value post the turn that it comes down. It's very similar to the Freljord card. I can't scroll far enough. Okay, come on, keep going, keep going. The Freljord card that was revealed much earlier, Revna the Lore Keeper, right? Which just like buffs everything in your deck. This is going to do a very similar thing, I think. and just like doubling the amount of boons that you have, you're going to be drawing a ton of buffs. Except this one like actually has a good stat line, right? This one's stat line is actually playable. I think this card's like probably pretty solid. If Bard is good, I think this card's pretty solid. Did I drop? We ended up losing, but yeah. All right, Traveler's Call. Draw a follower, then activate the effects of all boons in the top 3 cards of your deck. So this is Bard's champion spell, which means it's not main deckable. It's only if you double draw Bard. But draw a follower, then activate the effects of all boons in the top 3 cards of your deck. This card's like really good. Like double drawing Bard is really good, right? Like you get to draw a card and activate a ton of boons. I mean, this is probably usually activating what, like +3/+3 or something. But overall, I think that this is like a really good card. I think it's like really good. Keep scrolling up and we get to Bard himself. So Bard is a 4-mana 2/5 Origin, the Wandering Caretaker, which means it's right here, chat. You may put any cards that plant chimes into your deck during deck building, and round start, plant a chime in your deck for each Bard that started the game in your deck. So it's 3 per round, right? Because I don't think that you're playing Bard without 3 of him. I think it'd be very difficult to justify doing that. So 4-mana 2/5, attack, plant 3 chimes on random cards in your deck, and then you've increased the total stats of all allies or of allies in player hand by 20 plus. I think level ups like this are really hard to like quantify. It's like, how quickly does he actually level? Is he leveled on like turn 5? Is he leveled on like turn 7, turn 8? I think it's really hard to tell. So I with that in mind, I think it's hard to tell how good Bard is going to be, because as his level 1, he's not great, right? Like 2/5 isn't really trading into much. He's probably not often coming down as a 2/5. He's probably gonna be like a 3/6 oftentimes. But yeah, because he's gonna like eat a charm if he's hanging out in your hand at all. Overall, I don't think it's like that bad. It's just like a per turn value thing. But when he's flipped, 4-mana 3/6, attack, plant 6 chimes, which is a ton, but it is a random card, so you're not drawing them very often. But then when you activate a chime, grant +1/+1 to a random ally in play. So not only is this chime buffing your hand, it's also buffing your board, which is like really nuts. That feels like it's really good. Unfortunately, if your only draw is, like your per turn start draw, and, it buffs, right away, at the beginning of your turn, that's like the only time you're activating chimes, it's not doing as much. So like his champion spell is really valuable to like potentially give you buffs in combat, or in response to things. But overall, like, I don't think Bard is that bad. I think Bard is like fine. I think Bard is like fine. My issue with Bard, here, I'm just checking to see how much time we have. My issue with Bard is that if this is what we're looking at with Runeterra champions, it's kind of lame. So like Jin is a Runeterra champion, meaning that by putting him in, he effectively counts as his own region, right? And if he is his own region, you can instead throw in a bunch of skill cards or cards with skills on them. You can throw any of them into your deck, which is cool. Bard though, Bard's is, basically you can only put in cards from my archetype. So this isn't like a buff. This isn't like, oh, he's better because he's a Runeterra champion. He's much worse because he's a Runeterra champion. Like, he would be much stronger of a card if he was just Targon and all of his followers are just Targon, right? Or the other way, if he's just Bandle and all of his followers are just Bandle. I think it's like really lame that basically what you're telling me is that if I want to run Bandle or Targon, I have to use that as like my only region, right? He's effectively like forcing you into allegiance, which is like really lame. I wish I could just, like play Pokey with him, or like Pale. So like when we are pairing him with stuff, we need to be pairing him with like draw heavy decks, I think. I think like Bandle is pretty reasonable because Bandle has quite a bit of draw, and like, with the Fae package, his buffs are probably pretty good. I think Bilgewater's also potentially a pair, but yeah, I don't know. I do think it's pretty lame. I think it's pretty lame how they decided to do him as a Runeterra champion. I hope that future Runeterra champions aren't like that. I hope that it's more of, letting you build like unique decks instead of a limitation, But yeah. Okay, we're checking real quick. We probably have a couple more minutes. Okay, let's go and go over the new cards that came out today. Haunted Tomb, 3 mana landmark, countdown to revive the strongest dead ally. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's like a cool card. I don't know how insane that is. It might be okay. It's really hard to tell. It does a cool thing, which I think is cool. Yeah. I don't know. Anivia maybe, but then it's... I don't think so. I don't think Anivia plays this. I don't know what plays this. I think it's a cool card, though. I just don't know how good it is. But yeah. Bakai Witherclaw. When an enemy is challenged, give it -2 attack this round. 5 mana, 5/4. With Shurima. That's really cool. Because if we played it enough against these Shurima landmark archetypes that are giving everything vulnerable, it's not uncommon that like 2+ units are being challenged per turn. And this giving you like value, it's basically like free combat tricks. I think this is like a really cool card. If there is like a vulnerable, like Renekton style deck, I think that this definitely like sees play in it. I think it's a really cool card. I think it's really cool. Dragon Ambush, 5 mana slow speed, start a free attack with 2 Dragonlings. This card's probably really bad. This card's really bad. It's what, 5 mana slow speed, heal 4. Yeah, I think the card's bad. Dragon Roost, 3 mana, countdown 3, summon Inviolus Vox, which is the dragon, right? That's like the 6-drop dragon that every time you kill something with Fury, you generate a card in hand. I think this card's cool. Like, especially in, like, as like a long-term value plan for, like, Malphite decks. This might actually be playable. Is it insane? Probably not, but I think it's a cool card. I like it. More Nasus that plays his effect stacks. I'm not sure what you mean, Inawi. It's good for Azir Irelia. What, Dragon Ambush? Yeah, maybe. I think no. But yeah, I think this card's cool. I think it's cool. Celestial Trifecta. Invoke a low, medium, and high cost celestial card. Low, medium, and high cost celestial cards. So this is a 6 mana burst speed, draw 3, and you get to invoke each one, so you get to pick each one. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool card. I dig it. In like a meta where you aren't dying for playing 6 mana draw 3, I think it's really cool. And then 7 mana slow speed, Wings of the Cryo Phoenix. Slow speed, deal 3 to all units. Enlightened, heal your Nexus 3. I think this card's broken. I think this card's fucked up. This is like better, what's it called? It's like better, what's Trundle's spell? Icequake, right? It's much better Icequake. I think that playing this on like turn 4 or turn 5, like having the option is really good. Because something I would liken it to is It That Stares. Like It That Stares is such a blowout in so many matchups. Like this, I don't know. You could just like never develop into Freljord anymore, which is just like, I don't know. It's pretty cringe. I think it's going to be pretty hard. Okay, just a second. Strategic Execution. 4 mana slow speed, stun 2 enemies, or spend 6 mana to summon a Legion General. The fuck is a Legion General? Hello? 5 mana, 4/4. I'm summoned to grant me +1/+1 for each unit you've stunned to recall this game. It's okay, I guess. It's okay. It stuns too. Like, it's probably okay Yasuo support, right? Like, Yasuo is probably really happy to see this card. And, like, maybe you can make tempo plays with it. Maybe it's, like, a cute one of. But, I don't know. Overall, not super impressed with it. But, yeah, I think that's my take on the new cards. I'm excited for it. Tomorrow should be Annie support, right? I'm pretty sure tomorrow should be Annie support and then Annie the day after, which is exciting. But, yeah, looks solid.